Oh, and we will answer questions at the very end.
Yep, we'll get to it. Um, so, moving on to this. So, talking about, we went through some of the capacity and constraints there, but Ford has brought out information, dealer news on the Bronco dealer install options. And they said that by selecting dealer installed options, customers who are placing an order are able to customize their Bronco to be built to their professional lifestyle choices. So they say allow for customers to put those on. The dealer installs those. So that's how that works. So basically, you buy the part and the dealer installs it for free, which is pretty much how that works. And I think I think our service department gets a kickback from Ford on some of that. Not near what it should be, but that's what happens. I will say this, though. They mentioned in here, and they even had a hero card that showed all the different DIOs and everything they provide for those. I still say get those later. There were a lot of them. As I put in orders, a lot of the DIOs were grayed out. So we weren't even able to select it. So if you go to your dealer and say, I want to add some DIOs, and I saw this out there, keep in mind, if the dealer says they can't add it, they probably are right, because I noticed there were only maybe a handful of DIOs that we were able to add yesterday to orders. So maybe that'll change, but I don't know. Still recommend getting it later. And you know what? I've been having a lot of fun putting them on myself. So anyway, we got one more thing, and then we're going to bring in Patty's image there and kind of talk about that. What did I do with that? Leave it over here. Oh, I put it right under here. Okay, I'm coming. All right, so next one is on the spray and liners. So Ford came out with a bulletin that said spray and bed liners have available capacity to meet customer demand! Exclamation point. Factory spray and bed liners do not delay vehicle production or truck delivery. So they have this little graphic that they showed, or little, they call it a hero card. I don't know if I can share it. I guess I'm going to share it. We'll find out if I get in trouble. So, and it talks about the tough spray and bed liners that they can put those on their vehicles. F-150, it's $595 for that. They can do $18,800 per month. They says additionally $6,000, so their take rate is 27%, which I think means that's how many they can put on their order. So, but here's the deal. Well, let me just go through all the numbers, and then I'll tell you my opinion on this. Okay, Super Duty is $595, and they said their capacity is $13,000 per month, and their take rate is 32%. And Ranger is $495, and they said they can do $3,700 a month, and they feel that their target take rate is 50%. And on the Maverick, it's $495, and you get the free bed rails if you want to add that. $2,400 per month. And they're at 28%. Well, at one point they said they were at 40%. Now this is saying 28%. So something's not jiving here. But here's my opinion on that. So if you have an order in, this is all a numbers game, right? So if you have an order in, and they say, hey, we're going to pull and schedule, 40% is our capacity on spray and bed liners. That means out of 10 orders, 4 will be a spray and bed liner, but 6 of them will not be. And same way on the others. And we did talk about on the Super Duty, we talked about how it's a constraint and it's on there, right? And so, I mean, especially when it comes to spray and bed liners, most dealerships can source that out for you. They can find a place. Bed covers are a serious thing, and it's not because it's not that they can't get the bed covers. So that's what a lot of people think. Well, why is it that a dealer can get the bed covers but the factory can't? It's not that they can't get the bed covers, it's that they have to put them on. So they don't have machines to assemble those like they do the rest of the vehicle. They have people assembling them. So instead of having a factory for so many workers assembling them, why not send them to the dealers and let the 3,100 dealers assemble them instead? That's something to think about. But again, they kind of throw that in with the assembly, and so that's why you get it for free. So depending on what that cost is to install it or install it yourself, that's something to do. So kind of speaking of that, so here's Patricia. She is one of our members, so she got a Bronco, or not a Bronco, she got a Ranger. You can see that is, I believe, that Jungle Edition, which is very limited in production. And she said in here She sent this email to me. It says, last weekend, my DIY truck projects included a hard rolling tonneau cover and elevate rack system with platform for tent, canoe, kayak. Says the weekend before that was a tailgate strut, tailgate protector, and mud flaps and hood struts. I firmly believe not ordering accessories from the factory is the way to go. Everyone who orders from you should let Niles and the aftermarket crew do this for them. I did the work myself because I do not trust the dealers around this area of, I won't say what state. She can say it. Put it in the comment if you want. I guess it doesn't matter because it's a big state, right? Virginia. So there you go. I am planning some extended camping trips this summer. I hope to swing by and say hello and hopefully have time to get you all the ceramic coat get you all to ceramic coat my Ranger. Says thanks for all the time and care you put into your automotive education and experience, Patty. And she is actually was in the live stream. I don't know if she is or not still, but there's her.
I know that color's gorgeous.
That is pretty. I actually saw one pull in today. We actually sold one, and they are from here in town. I think they had service done, and it's pretty cool. So there you go. I say that because I've been doing my own. I call them my own stunts on the Bronco, and yeah, it's been fun. So I've been doing some fun stuff with that. So there you go. I still firmly believe if it's something that's a lower capacity, just have the dealer put it on or put them on yourself, and that kind of stuff. So there is a couple things that tomorrow I'm bringing the Bronco in with the tailgate table because I'm going to have the dealership install it for me because I don't trust myself to drill into the back of the tailgate. So we're going to have that done. And while they're at it, I know I could do this myself, but I'm going to have them put the hood struts on from Rough Country as well at the same time. So we're going to get those put on. So
we were putting on our new screen door, and I was so nervous because we were having to drill our own holes for the door handles and for everything. And I'm just like, if we mess up, it's done.
I think I could do it, but
we've spent all this money for nothing.
I'm getting a little,
but
I am getting a little cut because we're only a couple weeks away from Bronco Supercells. So I'm just like, you know what? I'll just have them do it this week, and I'll be done with those projects. So all right, moving on. A couple other ones. One of them is on the Bronco Sport. So you can online order a couple different vehicles. Most of them are EVs. So the F-150 Lightning, you do the reservation and ordering online. The Mach-E, you can order it online or through the dealer, either one. And now they're adding in a couple states in Alaska, Hawaii, Washington, Oregon, California, Nevada, Idaho, Utah, Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, and Wyoming. So they were all the two-letter abbreviations. So I feel proud that I actually got them all. So the Bronco Sport can now be ordered online as well. So it does say dealer will likely impact. It's the West market area dealers over there, but they say they hope that it will cross into additional market areas in the future. So usually the way that works is you would go online, basically build out your Bronco Sport how you want it. You select your dealer, you put down your deposits, and then the order then gets sent to the dealer, and the dealer has to accept the order. So it's a pretty smooth process. We've been doing that for the F-150 Lightnings for a bunch of those, as well as the Mach-E's. Pretty simple process. So we'll see with them doing it on the Bronco Sport. Who knows what other vehicles they'll start to do it on? Bronco? Who knows? All right. Also, just got a couple more dealer news updates. These three came in today. So the Transit Connect for U.S. and Canadian markets is going away.
Good.
It's going away.
Bring back the Flex and add sliding doors.
So. No. All right, so here's a summary. It says, in combination with our efforts to reduce global marketing costs and complexity, alongside decreased demand for the compact van segment, Ford Motor Company has made the decision to end importing Transit Connect cargo and passenger vans to the U.S. and Canadian markets at the conclusion of this model year. So there will not be a 2024 in the U.S. or Canada. So there you go.
I had one.
So if you want to get one, you better hurry.
I had one.
And good luck trying to get it scheduled.
They aren't that great. I mean, it's a van.
Yeah.
But it's you get 4 seats in the back instead of 3 in that back bench, and it's boxy, and
Yep.
I felt like every time the wind blew, I was going to get blown over. I did not like it. Mark sheet, it's nice. They work.
Yeah.
But it's I felt like I was
It's-
getting blown over every time I made a turn, and ice was terrible. I got into my Maverick, and I was just there.
Yeah, it's Ford trying to get into the minivan without making it look like a minivan. But yeah. Anyway,
I guess if I want a minivan, I have to go somewhere else.
there's some good companies out there
Yeah,
if you want one. All right.
I'm good.
So here's a couple of updates to the Explorer. 23 Explorer is getting the auto start stop reintroduced again. We did hear about that on the F-150 last week. Now it's going to happen to the Explorer. So on April 5th, 2023, they need to update this because this bulletin says 2022. That's kind of funny. Oh, no, it's actually saying last April. Never mind. I'll reread it. So last April, a year ago, April 5th, we issued a communication to inform that auto start-stop removal option would be forced on all 2022 Explorers, which transitioned to 23, right? Now, effective starting June 5th of 23, and thereafter production, the auto start-stop feature will be reinstated and built on all 23 fleet stock and retail 2.3 liter Explorers. So not all of them, the 2.3 liter. So there you go. It says all current unscheduled orders will be spec'd to remove the auto start-stop removal option, 52X, and we'll have the auto start-stop feature instead, which is standard. Standard equipment. So then that option will be removed off the order guides as well. So if you're in production, it may get switched over to you. It depends on if you have a production date after that date, June 5th, then it'll have the auto start stop on there. So also on the 23 Explorer, they're doing early balance out, and again that just kind of means they want to finish out their production for this for exterior paints, Jewel Red and Atlas Blue. So effective July 1st, 23, Jewel Red, order code C9, and Atlas Blue, which is B3, will no longer be produced on 23 Explorers, 23 model year Explorers, I should say, and existing orders with those colors will be scheduled for production prior to this date. So if there are orders in there, they're going to try to make sure they schedule those first in there and get those scheduled out. So if you want to get scheduled quickly, pick one of those two colors. You can get scheduled, but all of our retail's already scheduled, so it's not like that's complicated there. It says say starting April 20th, order code C9 and B3 will be restricted from all future ordering. So production's going to stop July 1st, and scheduling April 20th. So you have about a month to get those in there. So there you go. That is the dealer news for this week.
All right.
I feel like I should have that little like the evening news. Anyway.